Yes, it is about that time. Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked has just happened, and man, there is a lot of ground to cover. The amount of leaks and rumors for the past couple of months has been crazy intense, and well, some were true, others were not, and then there were some that were just oversimplifying what these products mean to the market. So, how about if we get started? I'm Jaime Rivera, and these are my top 4 hits and misses for the Samsung Galaxy Z8 series, sponsored by SUPCASE. Stick around to learn more about how SUPCASE solves one of my biggest misses with these products. So for the usual disclaimer, Samsung provided travel and hotel for this trip, and surely they are providing review units, but that's about it. They're watching this video at the same time as you are, and it's why I appreciate partners like SUPCASE supporting the channel to help me ensure that I provide my impressions with nothing else. Okay, so Samsung's new Galaxy Watch series is what I'd call a hit, mostly. I have a slight complaint about them, but it's too personal to make it a miss. First of all, guys, forget the fact that Samsung didn't really change the design of the Galaxy Watch 9. What matters here is all the changes Samsung has made on the inside. We finally get a Snapdragon Wear Elite on a Galaxy Watch, which is already legendary in performance and efficiency. Match this with a slightly larger battery on both size options, and yeah, it's totally worth considering in its 2 sizes and price options. Now, I have been using the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2 for a bit less than a week, so it's still not enough to give you a full review as I literally just came out of an injury. Thing is, man, I love this watch. Samsung somehow took the rugged look from the past and polished it in ways that make it aspirational, and the added thinness makes it far more comfortable than before. This also marks the first time that I know of that Samsung uses silicon carbon batteries, with this power pack going to an insane 800 milliamp hours, which then is matched with Snapdragon performance, and also the brightest display on a Galaxy Watch at 5000 nits. The bands also got far more comfortable to use, and no worries, your old Galaxy Watch Ultra 1 bands will work on it just fine. It comes in 2 color options, with this gray titanium being my favorite so far. My only slight personal miss is that I'm not a fan of the user interface, but then more on that in my review. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Okay, this is the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Ultra, and I'm going to call it both a hit and a miss. Yes, it looks nearly identical as before, but trust me, it is not the same, and that's for both good and bad. On the positive front, Samsung somehow made it even thinner than the record it had already broken last year. It's weird because 4.1mm is a hair thinner than before, but when you close it, it's the same 8.9mm. It's also the same weight at 215 grams, by the way. Samsung actually redid the bevel in order to make it easier to open, and yeah, this is a completely new titanium flex hinge which actually feels more springy than before. The company has also added an anti-reflective coating to the inner panel, so once you compare with the Z Fold 7, you'll notice there's barely a crease to be seen. Match this with the new matte approach to the colors, along with the brighter displays at 3000 nits peak, and yeah, I like it a lot. Inside, we have the new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy with the usual 12, 256, 512, or 16/1TB of storage. The battery finally got larger at 5000 milliamp hours, though I'm wondering if this is silicon carbon technology. It might be. I'll keep you posted. Now, charging speeds also got faster, 45-watt wired, 20-watt wireless, though, yeah, no magnets unless you get a compatible case. Also, as for software, Samsung and Google continue to collaborate with more agentic features, now expanding what services you can simply ask Gemini to order for you. And by the way, automations have gotten not just quicker, but also out of your way. They're now a pop-up you don't have to deal with until the task is ready for you to do the rest. Now, Nudge is now optimized to take advantage of the 2 panels when you open the phone, and heck, even Gemini Notebooks functionality is supported. Now, as for the misses, well, even if the cameras got improvements with a brighter 50-megapixel ultra-wide, the rest are pretty much the same, with those 10-megapixel modules already feeling dated for a phone with the Ultra name. I'm hoping the new ISP in the chip can help improve performance, because we do have log video support now, along with the APV codec as well. Samsung does bring new software perks like Photo Assist, bringing more sophisticated edits, and the document scanner functionality is also here. Thing is, it doesn't spare you from the massive camera hump that brings the most ridiculous wobble on a table whether you use the phone or not. This phone is just yelling for a case, and for that, channel sponsor SUPCASE has you covered. Their new UB grip is one of my favorite cases because it solves multiple problems. Want those wireless charging magnets? There's built-in strong N52 magnets which I've trusted even cycling. Want to prop up your phone? Well, the module also doubles as an adjustable metal kickstand for vertical and horizontal viewing. Want more grip and protection even for the hinge? SUPCASE provides a textured grip that includes 4 anti-collision corners and anti-slip protection along with a spring-acted hinge cover and all the raised camera protection to also stabilize your phone on a table. Want a privacy screen protector? The UB grip includes a 2-pack of tempered glass protectors, one for added touch sensitivity and clarity and the other for a privacy screen that's not permanently stuck on your phone because you don't always need it. It comes in multiple color options to fit your taste, or you can go transparent, which is my favorite. If the Z Flip 8 is your jam, this is yet another all-in-one solution for everything. We're talking a hinge that becomes a kickstand, we're talking powerful magnets for accessories and modularity, we're talking tempered glass HD screen protection, we're talking all the military-grade protection you want all around to ensure your investment is protected. Best of all, once you look at the price points and the quality of these materials, and you'll understand why SUPCASE is my top choice. Thanks to SUPCASE for sponsoring this video. And yes, the Z Fold 8 Ultra comes in 4 color options if you consider the Samsung exclusive, though yeah, the new price is $100 more expensive, which is a tough one because, well, there is no S Pen support. I'm curious to know what you think about this phone in the comments. Man, this Galaxy Z Flip 8 is everything the Z Flip 7 should have been, so hear me out, because I feel it's a hit. I think we all loved the design last year, but yeah, even if the chip ended up being far better than expected, the stigma from the past remained. Alright, scratch all that. It looks visually the same, but Samsung actually made it slimmer, and also made it easier to grip and open with the new finish. As such, you get more of an in-your-face design that just feels so good. But that's just part of the story. We have a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy here, finally. Not some bin-down version of it, by the way. You get the full flagship power, which is matched by the usual 12/256 or 512 gigs of storage. We also have the new Flex Titanium hinge technology to minimize the crease and increase durability, though there doesn't seem to be an anti-reflective coating here. The software has also improved. I'm not exactly sure if we get full app functionality yet officially. Let me get my review unit to confirm. What I can tell you is that sometimes full applications cropped on a small screen isn't necessarily the best experience. As such, Samsung has implemented a new crazy 112 cards to enhance that experience. Whether this is better or more of the same is yet to be seen, but I think it's a step in the right direction. We have new color options with pink looking really hot along with graphite cream and mint, which is exclusive online. It's getting $100 more expensive though at $11.99, so I'm hoping the processor upgrade helps with photography results as those sensors are also pretty much the same. I'm curious to know what you think about this phone in the comments. I seriously think the hottest product from Samsung's Galaxy Unpacked is the Galaxy Z Fold 8. This is one of those products you have to actually hold and use to get what I mean, though. I debated what I saw in the rumors, and even as I walked into the briefing, but listen, then I held it, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's built more for content consumption, and listen, it makes sense. Horizontal for videos or flip it vertical to make it feel more like an e-reader, even if I also feel that's natural while using it horizontal. Match this with the Passport outer screen that feels better in the pocket, which also feels more roomy for day-to-day outer use, but which then brings an anti-reflective coating on the inside for more of a paper-like look and feel, and then the titanium flex hinge for a near creaseless look. And yeah, once you realize how light it is, the entire execution of this phone is pretty great. And then there's the fact that this is no watered-down fold in the essentials. Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy, 12/256, 512 or 16 gigs/1 terabyte of storage, a 4800 milliamp hour battery that's larger than what we had last year on the Z Fold 7, and 45-watt fast charging via wire or 20-watt wireless. I mean, sure, you only get two 50-megapixel cameras, but if you consider that the 10 megapixel telephoto on the larger Fold isn't that amazing in numbers, and I seriously can't find the reason to not consider the Z Fold 8 as a better option. It comes in 4 colors, with lavender being my favorite, and its $1,900 price point also puts it in a more affordable territory. Like, yeah, I do wish it had an S Pen. I also noticed the flex mode is not as easy to achieve as on the larger brother, but stay tuned for my full review coming soon to see what the final unit feels like. You even get most of the software features from the larger brother, which include my favorite, which is my FamCam to lock on a subject as they run around if you want a horizontal video to be used vertically. It's pretty great. In today's question, let me know, which is your favorite product from today's Galaxy Unpacked? Because in my case, it has to be the Z Fold 8 and also the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2. I'm curious to know what you think about everything in the comments. Let me know if you agree with my assessment in the comments below, and while you're at it, please like, subscribe, and join the conversation in the comments, as I'm sure you see me try to respond to as many as I can. Also follow me on social media as more behind-the-scenes work continues to happen there. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.